Hi guys, it's the Island Girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today. And today I'm reacting British things I have never seen before moving to the UK. And I'm getting this one from Girl Gone London's channel, so go over and show her some love. The link will be in the description below. All right? So I've already done a video like this from her already and I was like, what? Crazy. But let's see what's on this list as well, because I'm always interested in what she has to say. She has an amazing channel. With that said, come on in. Welcome. Thank you for being here. To our regular schmeglers, day one, City Pies, City Poos, come on in, right back, put a smile in the face and enjoy. Let's get into this video, all right? Here we go, right about now.
Hi and welcome back to the Girl Gone London channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. I'm a dual UK and American citizen, and today I'm sharing some things I had never seen before moving to the UK. To give you some context, I am American. I grew up in America, specifically Florida, so it's entirely possible that some of these things can be seen or enjoyed in other parts of the US, but I managed a whole life there without seeing any of these things. Okay. So there will definitely be other Americans like me who are also incredibly unfamiliar with these things. I say this because sometimes I say things and then somebody will comment and they'll be like, well, I live in Philadelphia and I have I don't know. I was prepared to give an example of something people say, but I can't think of a specific thing. But basically, yeah. These videos are all generalizations based on my experience. So please do comment about your own experiences, but I'm not saying that no American ever has experienced these things. I'm just saying that I haven't. Okay, anyway, on with the video. Number one.
So I get where she's coming from, because like I said, I did another video from her, and one of example was electrical kettle, where like I said, I've seen so many people with it, so it's her experience basically. And the wash tub in the kitchen sink that you use to wash up the dishes, put the water in, put the soap in, wash up, and then rinse afterwards. She have never seen that before, so I get it. So let's hear what she has. Number one,
windows that open with a key. All of the windows I had growing up opened upwards like this, rather than outwards like the windows I'm used to in the UK. And you closed it from the inside with a little lever. Wow. It's not really a lever, a little mechanism. When I realized that you needed a key to lock and unlock many of the windows we had in the UK, I was perplexed, to say the least. Because what happens if you lose the key? What if I needed to get out during a fire from the inside and it was locked and I couldn't find the key in a panic? This has not happened to me yet. I'm sure they're more secure, but I'm just curious. So I had never seen a key for a window before I moved to the UK. Next.
I am on board with that. I have never seen a window with a key here. Or my windows open from left to right. Slide left to right. All my windows in the house are that way. And like she said, it's like a little latch that locks the window. I think it is secure. Maybe yours is more secure than mine. I don't know. But the thought of having a key for your window, knowing me that can hardly find keys, I'm always hunting and searching. Just think she's like a worst case scenario, like she put it, and you don't know how to find it. Normally, you don't need a key for your front door. My front door don't need a key to get out. So, but the thought of it, like, okay, so if you don't have no key, can't find a key, there's no fresh air coming in that house until you find that key. Why do you guys have your windows with key? That's one I've never seen, so I'm on board with her.
Next up is the combo washer and dryer. Everyone says this about the UK and Europe in general when they move here from North America. Having one machine that is capable of both washing and drying my clothes seemed incredibly confusing. How would it switch between two modes? I had these more when I lived in student accommodation. Today we have a separate washer and dryer because I'm American and spoiled. I don't know. But I do think there is something to be said for having separate machines, as the combo washer and dryer never actually seemed to dry the clothes as well as a fully dedicated dryer. But this video isn't about what's better. I'm just saying I had never seen or heard of a combo washer and dryer before moving to the UK, and now I have seen quite a lot of them. Next up.
Okay, I have never seen or heard of a combo washing and dryer machine. Tell me, Is that something that is common in the UK? Because she's like, British things I've never seen before moving to the UK. I've never seen it, so I guess I'm going to see it when I visit the UK. Is it a more, like I said, is it common? Because the fact that she showed a picture, I'm like, one machine, it dries, it washes too. That sounds like, okay, how does that work? I don't get me wrong, guys. I know it works. I'm just like, my mind just don't see how that work together.
Is the British keyboard. I have an entire video on the differences between UK and US keyboards, so check that out if you're into nerdy stuff like that. But I hadn't even taken a second to think that keyboards might be different in different countries. So when I first used a British keyboard in the computer lab at my university in the UK, I was confused. I was confused by where some of the keys were, why I kept hitting the wrong ones. And I type without looking, so it was messing me up for a long time before I finally figured out the UK keyboard layout. Next,
I was like, what? So you're telling me your keyboard that is not the same thing as the ASDF, GH, JKL that I'm used to putting my finger on my keyboards, or yours is different? If she hadn't shown me a picture, I'm like, I thought that all the keyboards are the same. It's universal, because a lot of people type and don't look down. Listen, I'm a pinger. Don't. No, sounds weird, but I'm a pinger. I'm a finger pinger. But I know where my keys are. Even though I'm a pinger, I know where my keys are. I'm fast with my fingers because I know where each letters are on the keyboard. When she showed it a while ago, I look so confused. I'm like, huh? I did not know that your keyboards are different. All right, moving on.
Next up is someone putting on the parking brake, which also is it called the emergency brake in some places? Growing up in Florida and driving automatic cars, I swear to you, no one ever mentioned this brake to me. Did it exist? Yeah, it must have in my car. But no one ever talked about it. Never. Not one time. Not a single time. When I first moved to the UK and my husband kept putting on this parking brake, I was like, what are you doing? The car doesn't need your extra help to park. It's stopped. It's parked. What are we doing? No, because you got to put the parking brake on in a lot of places in the UK, which I now do religiously. But I had never given it a second thought, or even a first thought. I hadn't given it any thought until I moved to the UK. Next up is...
That is funny. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of people don't even know where the handbrake is. That's true. The emergency brake. A lot of people, because they just push gas and go. They don't normally, when you look in these cars, they're like, okay, where is that? And it's automatic. It's just, unless you're parking on a hill or on an incline, you use it. Apart from that, you don't use it at all. Period. Wow.
The electric kettle. People like to fight about kettles on the internet because it's horrifying to many British people that most Americans don't have one. But it's true. We do not really use electric kettles. We either heat water in the microwave or in a pan on the stove. I had never preheated water before. Like, if I'm cooking pasta, for instance, in the UK, I'll boil the water in the kettle and then pour it in the pan to bring to a boil on the stove faster. This is not a thing in the US. You just fill the pot or pan with water and let it boil completely on the stove.
That's true.
I will say that electric kettles are obviously superior when it comes to the speed of boiling water in the UK, but the voltage in the US is lower, which means it cannot boil water as fast in the US. So it's not entirely surprising the US hasn't gotten on board the kettle train. I did know what a kettle looked like when living in the US, probably. Maybe, but I had never actually seen one in person. Next up is roast dinner.
So the kettle, it's a normal thing here. I think it's more common here. People are using it more. Back then, people hardly use it. Like she said, it was the one on the stove. But now, lately, I realize every house that you go into, you find an electrical kettle. And yeah, people tend to still, a lot of people prefer the old way by heating water on a stovetop in their kettle. I don't know why, but I think the electrical kettle is much faster and better. I enjoy using it.
Flavored crisps, or chips, as we would say in America. Every country has some weird version of crisp or chip flavors that other people look at and think is disgusting. And for the UK, I'm not going to say it's disgusting at all, but I had never seen roast dinner flavored chips before. I hadn't even heard of like what a roast dinner would be. And it kind of seemed like, how is this entire crisp flavored like multiple foods all at once? But I guess it works and people buy it. Comment below and let me know. Do you like roast dinner flavored crisps? Next up is
never seen that before. First time hearing about it. I have never seen roast dinner crisp or whatever you call it, a chips with roast dinner flavor. Never. So that's a new one as well.
Corn on pizza, or as the Brits would say, sweet corn on pizza. Pizza toppings are fascinating to me between countries, and we're actually going to do a whole deep dive between UK pizza and American pizza.
Corn?
Or should I say, deep dish dive. Get it? Anyway, I had never seen someone suggest that you can put corn on pizza before. But apparently you can. My husband loves it this way. It comes as an option in UK Pizza Hut. I'm not going to lie. I think it's weird. But then why is it more weird than having other toppings on a pizza? It's not. I'm just not used to it. And it's something I hadn't seen before moving to the UK. Next up.
Never seen that before. Corn on pizza. Never seen. I've never heard anybody putting corn. I know the pineapple is a big deal. I like the pineapple on mine. I do. It just, I don't know. I like it. But the corn, never seen the corn on it before. That's an interesting topping right there.
Next up is the British flush. Everyone loves talking about toilet flushes, obviously. Favorite topic. That's why you're here. But did you know I had never seen this kind of toilet flush button until moving to the UK? I had only seen ones like this in the US. And actually, when I was in the US a few months ago, I did see a button type one in an airport. So they could be catching on. But the first time I used a UK toilet in Heathrow Airport, I literally took a picture of the flush button because I was like, what in the world is this thing? Next is a pull cord to turn on a light. It's
okay. I'm like her. I went into a friend of mine's house and used her bathroom. Boy, I didn't know what to do. I had to call her and say, look, what's going on here? So I'm like her, but I think it's becoming common here because before I've never seen it before until I went to her house, to be honest with you. So yeah, the pull light, I do use that to turn on the fan or turn on the light in the ceiling. Yeah, I've seen that before.
It's a little bit old school, even in the UK. But when I first moved to the UK, there was a pull cord to turn on the light in the bathroom in my in-laws' house, and this was very strange to me. It has to do with regulations about electric connections in the bathroom in the UK, which is a whole other video, but I had for sure never seen a cord to turn on a light. I swear to you, I panicked every single time I turned it off or on because you had to pull it really hard to get it to work. And I was always afraid I was going to break it. And actually, at one point, the cord did snap and they had to tie it back together. I've never had a pull cord to turn on a light in my own home in the UK, but this is definitely something I had never seen in the US. So tell me, do you have a pull cord to turn on the light in your bathroom? The next one is...
Seen it before, done it in Jamaica. Sometimes, like she said, we tug too hard, the string breaks. You just tie on a shoes lace on it for so it to be longer. You don't stress yourself about replacing the string, the cord. You just tie a lace or something on it and pull down and you're ready to go. So that one's not new to me. I've seen that one before, both here in the US and in Jamaica.
It's a sad one, and not because of the thing, but because I hadn't seen the thing. And the thing is a crumpet. I had never seen a crumpet before moving to the UK. I definitely did not know what it looked like, though I had heard of it as in tea and crumpets, but I could not have picked a crumpet out of like a baked goods lineup, if that makes sense. For those who are not in the know, Crumpets look like this, and they're basically the perfect vessel for butter after you toast them. And while I do not eat them often, when I do eat them, it is the best thing ever. Next is the blackcurrant flavor.
It looks like an English muffin with holes in it. It looks perfect for butter indeed. It looks yummy, but I couldn't go in a lineup and pick up a crumpet because I wouldn't know what I'm picking up. Because I'll just say it is an English muffin. That's what it looks like to me.
So, did you know that blackcurrant flavor is not a thing in the US? Blackcurrant bushes were actually banned in 1911 in the US due to a fungus it carried called white pine blister rust that threatened the timber industry. Cannot have that. So most Americans today have never eaten a blackcurrant, whether like in any form. The actual berry, in a jam, in a sauce, nothing. This same fungus actually does happen in Europe. It's not exclusive to America, but Europe kept the blackcurrants and got rid of the white pine tree, while America went the other way, which is pretty interesting if you ask me. And finally,
I did not know that there's no currant that does not exist in the US. I heard the term blackcurrant, but I didn't know that we don't have it here. So interestingly, so the white pine tree caused the fungus. So instead of getting rid of the white pine tree here in the US, they're like, we don't need to have the black currant. We have so many berries and everything here. Let's get rid of that. And then the UK say, you know what? Instead of getting rid of our black currant, let's get rid of the white pine tree. Interesting, two different directions that they took. But let me know in the comment section, what does black currant taste like? Is it yummy? Is it like the little black raspberries, or what is it exactly? Do you use it as a jelly or stuff like that? Let me know.
Rhubarb. Rhubarb is an interesting plant, technically a vegetable, but often eaten as a fruit. I don't entirely know what that means, but when I was researching rhubarb, a website said that, so we're going to roll with it. I had never heard of it. I like how sometimes I say I'm bringing you the most accurate information possible, and sometimes I'm like, I scanned this in Wikipedia in 2 seconds and added it into the video, restating it as fact. So this rhubarb segment, you guys, it's a little sketchy. Anyway, I had never seen or heard of rhubarb while living in the US. Now you can understand why so much research has had to be done.
What is it?
Further investigation has revealed to me that possibly this was because I lived in the South, and the climate in the American South, it's not good for rhubarb. So it's more popular in the northern states, but it's still a relatively unusual ingredient in many parts of America and not as often used as in the UK. Now this brings me to the end of this video. Which of my answers surprised you the most? I'd love to know. Comment below.
I do not know what the rhubarb is. Never seen, never had. Maybe it's here in Alaska. I'm going to ask one of my neighbors who have been here forever if they know what it is, if they grow it, if they taste it, because I don't know that one either. So pretty much, I think just 2 things on the list that I'm aware of, but the rest I don't know. I've never seen here in the US either. So I guess when I visit the UK, I'll know what it is or what it is like, or yeah, all of that. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let me know in the comment section what you think, or let me know your thoughts. Like I said, pertaining to, what was it again? Now I lost my train of thought. The blackcurrant. What does it taste like? Or what does it, is it like or berries or not? Be good, be kind, be safe, love each other. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the like. Thumbs up and like is the same thing. Oh Lord, poor me. Wrap back, relax, and continue to enjoy. Let me know in the comment section what you'd like me to check out next, because it will be done. Love you guys, and I'll definitely catch you guys in another video. Look here, I'm here chatting and forgot. What else was I going to say? I forgot something. I don't know what. Bye. What was I going to say? I still can't remember.